Okay, so real quick, I mean, you know what? I'm sorry, y'all, but I do have a question because I'm trying to figure out how did she get roped? She said, I got pulled into this drama. How did you exactly get pulled into this drama? Because now you say you got pulled into this drama, so you're just trying to clear the air. You're not trying to get clout. But at the same time, you're revealing all the details of your relationship. What do you mean you're not trying to get clout? By now, most of you know the crazy situation that's going on with Mr. Cherrone Moore. Now, we know a few days ago, before the weekend started, Cherrone Moore was fired by the University of Michigan. He was the head coach of their football program. He was fired for having an inappropriate relationship with his executive assistant, or his secretary, by the way, or I guess a different word, a secretary. He then crashed out on his wife and his girlfriend for said inappropriate relationship, which he was arrested and he was charged in court in his arraignment a few days ago for stalking and home invasion. He was released on a $25,000 bond where he has to wear an ankle monitor and he is to have no contact with said woman. Of course, he can't use alcohol and drugs and things of that nature, which is standard procedure for bond. Okay. And
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
now he's been released from jail for the crash out after he's been heavily criticized and still being heavily criticized for having an inappropriate relationship, for being a black man at a predominantly white college, having the opportunity to coach this prestigious program, being the University of Michigan, having fumbled that, all right, with his wife of 3.
Trifling ass black people.
Now, it's been revealed that he's actually been corresponding with a third woman before this incident occurred. And since he's been released, as you can see here from TMZ, Cherrone Moore didn't offer OF Star tickets for sex, but thirsted over her online. Yeah. Now, there's a video where she exclusively talks to TMZ about his correspondence with her and how they've interacted in the past, which she says she's not doing this for clout, meanwhile getting clout from TMZ. But we know how that goes, right, gentlemen? Let's read. Ex-University of Michigan coach Cherrone Moore didn't offer OnlyFans model Mia Sorti, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, maybe I'm not, season tickets in exchange for a foursome, she says, but the two have exchanged texts in the past, including after his recent arrest. We spoke with Mia, who is all too happy to clap back at gossip that Moore offered a SEX for tickets quid pro quo, theorizing social media users or an ex-assistant of hers may have planted the crazy story. Now, this is a picture of this woman. She, I believe, is a fitness influencer, I'm sorry. And of course, she has an OF page. And well, looking at this woman, I could see why he might have wanted to have an interesting conversation with her, okay? And that's, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
Let's continue. That said, Mia conceded that she exchanged direct messages with Moore over Instagram for quite some time, including after he was released from jail Friday. And she even shared the receipts with us. Now, this is Coach Moore, University of Michigan, business chat. Here he goes. I will for sure. I guess these are stories that he commented on. That's why this says story unavailable. All right. It says, dang, I wish I could see you. He's commenting on some of her reels or stories, I reckon. Okay, when do I get to take you out? And this one right here was yesterday at 5:50 p.m. Now, I assume this message was after he got released from jail. And it says, I can't believe you just waited to attack me like that. Anyway, I just want to say have a blessed night that is all focusing on God more and more than ever.
Enemy spotted.
Of course, like most people, when they are faced with adversity, whether it is self-inflicted or not, they invoke the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The NSFW content creator alleges Moore called her out after he was released, as exemplified by the one alleged DM where Moore claimed he couldn't believe she'd attack him. According to Mia, Moore was stunned she would trash his name as the sports world turned on him. But she tells us she would never, instead only speaking about the drama to clear the air. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Moore, if you're watching this, you know reality checks are free. People are going to come at you when you're at your lowest, all right? When one skeleton falls out, usually the door comes flinging wide open and all your skeletons come out, right? I mean, so whatever you've done in the past that was not of good order and discipline is going to come to light in very short order. After the first domino falls, the rest of them come down. So whoever else you talk to besides your wife, and since you've been married, is going to come out, all right? And so now it's being revealed that not only did you have an inappropriate relationship with your assistant, and by the way, I don't know if this is true or not, you can let me know down in the comment section, but apparently this woman that he had the relationship with is still employed by the University of Michigan. Now people are saying, why did she not get canned when he did? Hey, look, your guess is good as mine, but there are plenty of assumptions out there. In any case, this woman, because people found out that you were talking to her, which I don't know how they found this out. Maybe pictures, but maybe because she posted on social media that she was with a University of Michigan game, which is probably how they found out. But in any case, people are gonna have their 15 minutes of fame on you, man. That's just the reality. She adds that their messages prior to their post-jail calls were always friendly and never sexual, and she never felt put off by their conversations. In case you missed it, Moore was arrested and charged for home invasion, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. Now let's go back up to the video. Let's go up here to the top. And of course, this is probably on YouTube, so I gotta get my fair use clause before we get into the reaction. Fair use.
I want to go ahead and clear that up, that was not me who said that. I do have a group of people working over on Twitter, as well as a assistant that no longer works for me. I think one of them ended up feeding that story to them. I have not been on that Twitter at all. So when I heard about it was over on Instagram because of New York Post. And I was like, wait, what is going on right now? I never, ever said this, nor did I confirm this. The foursome part is absolutely not true. But yeah, that I just wanted to clear that up, because that part was crazy. He was DMing me, he was messaging me. But yeah, it wasn't because I inserted myself. I was kind of like dragged into the drama. It was always friendly conversations between us. It was never anything crazy like that. He did offer multiple times to fly. He was like, I would fly you out first class. I just really want to meet you. I would love to.
Okay, so real quick, I mean, you know what? I'm sorry, y'all, but I do have a question because I'm trying to figure out, how did she get roped? She said, I got pulled into the drama. How did you exactly get pulled into this drama? Because now you say you got pulled into the drama, so you're just trying to clear the air. You're not trying to get clout. But at the same time, you're revealing all the details of your relationship. What do you mean you're not trying to get clout? This is insane to me. I mean, wow.
Hug you, just like little innocent things like that, like nothing crazy. It was never anything sexual. For the championship game, I took myself to the championship game with my sister. Nobody took me to that game. He didn't buy the tickets, he didn't give me the tickets. But during the game, we were messaging. And then after the game, I think they were staying at the Hilton in downtown. He was like, you should come, just like a fan. And then I'll let you take pictures with the guys, and then we can like take some pictures. But yeah, that is true. He did try to get me to come over to the hotel. Yeah. I'm being called like a clout chaser and all of this. And if I really wanted to out him, I would have outed him when they were here for the championship. And he was trying.
Wait a minute, y'all. See, this, this stuff blows my mind when women do this. And people in general, by the way. So I'm not trying to get clout off of this. Meanwhile, you're again revealing all the details of your relationship. Well, he didn't do it. He didn't text me in a sexual way. He just was just friendly. Oh, well, I took myself to the game. Oh, well, he did invite me to the room, but I mean, that was just that one time. What do you mean you're not trying to get clout? What do you mean? You're literally whatever situation he's going through, you're making it exponentially worse by spilling all of the beans of your relationship. You know this guy's married, right? I'm pretty sure you knew this before you got with him, or most women that they're, you knew this guy, something was up with this guy when you met him. And now you're saying, I'm not doing it for clout, while simultaneously getting clout off of his calamity, his situation. Come on. Come on, man. Oh, boy. Yeah.
To get me over to the hotel where all the players were, where he was at. And I was like, yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. So
you weren't comfortable with that?
Yeah, if I really wanted to out him, I would have done it. So like back when they won the championship,
if I wanted to out him, I would have done it. And men, you know what? You gotta have some responsibility on this, because women, they keep receipts, they have long memories, like we should, but we don't. And so they store all this information up. They take screenshots. They have mental diaries. They freaking put stuff in their notes. They keep, different things that you send them, all this. And when something hits the fan and they have to capitalize on the back end of whatever's going on, because mind you, they get on the front end and in the middle, right? But in the end, if it goes south, they will throw you under the bus. I'm faster than the speed of light. You hear me? And this is exactly what she's doing, because somehow people found out that she was messing with this dude, and she didn't want to get labeled a homewrecker because the other girls already been labeled that, right? And so now she's putting herself out there as being the innocent woman, like, it was just friendly, even though he wanted me to smash, even though he did offer to take me places, even though we DM'd all the time, even though he did, offer me, exclusive access to some of these games, so like that, in hopes that I would, give it up, but I didn't. I'm just, little old me. Amazing.
when everything was blowing up. I never met with him in person, although I'd been to multiple the games that he was at. I never ever.
Cap, you never met him? I highly doubt that. Nah.
Never met him in person. No. It didn't go any better whenever he was messaging me after, getting out of jail. Like, that part was crazy.
And if in fact you did meet them, that makes this whole clout move even more egregious, that you never met him, but you wow.
About the lines of like, I can't believe you would wait to attack me like that. I just want to say that I'm focused on God and family for now, and I wish you nothing but the best. And have a good night, or something along the line. But I was like, I did respond to him, and I was like, at no point did I attack you, or was I waiting to attack you? I was just clearing up my name because I'm being dragged through the mud just as much as you are. But yeah, he was like, I'm just focusing on God and I'm focusing on family and to better myself. And I was like, okay, well, I'm happy for you. I hope it works out for you. He was never like bad, like rude or anything towards me. So I just hope he gets the help that he needs. That's it.
And well, gentlemen, there you have it, Miss Mia. And again, don't get me wrong, I would definitely take her to the woodshed. Definitely would. Yes, indeed. But her clout move is very diabolical. But unfortunately, Cherrone Moore only has himself to blame for this. So there's that. Y'all see it. Miss Mia is outing Cherrone Moore after he's been already outed from other different platforms in his own behavior, if you will. So there you go. With that being said, thank you for attending another episode of the Working Man Podcast. I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury. Let me know what you think about this woman revealing that her and Cherrone talked, even though they never met, but somehow she was getting all these nice favors. Down in the comment section, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. We're out of the door. Cherrone, continue to remember this. Reality checks are free. See you next time.